So, we chopping it up. Greg is late, so he'll probably be here in a minute. But at the end of the day, pause. We got my man Johnson here.
You already know.
I'm here. I'm getting my hair cut. The barbershop's like therapy. That's where you could really talk about things that are going on in the world. And that's what this basic chopping it up is. So what's happening, bro?
Yeah, man, chillin', man. How you been, bro?
Good. I just got back from New York, and what I've been doing is I've been teaching a class over Zoom to the Denzel Washington kids, high school in Mount Vernon, on how to make a movie, because I want to make more filmmakers from our culture so we can make better movies about our culture and teach them how to do it independently.
That's dope.
So, after about 6 months or however long it was, I also taught a couple of light classes in the Bronx, Atlanta, and I didn't really teach a class for my daughter's school. I meant to tell her, but her school sent a movie, so a bunch of different movies were basically made by high school kids, and it was like a festival. And the team that I had actually coached won, but I was trying to be objective, so I didn't really vote for them. But the other two judges voted for them, and we broadcasted it live on American New. Also went to Philadelphia, and Sparks from Moschino and Sparks State Property. He set something up, and we went over to I forgot the name. It was like a fatherhood thing, and where they're mentoring these kids. And these kids were bright, and in Philly, in like the worst, or one of the most extremely economically challenged blocks in Philly, and Freeway pulled up, and Brother News pulled up, which is Beans' brother, and that was cool. And I got to go see a designer that I've been working with for a while. Her name's Bella. Her brand's like Nino brand, and she started a store. And then from there, I went over to Newark, to West Side High with Principal Ock and showed them the Prince of Detroit. Because again, I want to put these visuals in front of these kids, showcasing how to make money doing something other than sports or entertainment. And I wanted to make sure that it resonated with the kids, because they're important, they're our future. And also Ox, that principal that has the kind of juice that the kids get to see movies early. I like to empower the principals, and he deserves it. He's been on like Ellen DeGeneres, and he's been on like Oprah, and got Banks and Koi Ponds and all type of shit in his school. Like, he's very forward.
Which is a great thing, like you say. You're teaching the new generation how to generate their own money, and also how to film, because we live in nowadays. That's what everybody do: streaming, podcasts. Everybody now. You can be a millionaire at home just recording your own stuff at home.
Right. Or even just knowing how to make a real movie. It's just a lot of people from our culture don't have the opportunity to go to film school, and also don't, like, to me, the best way to teach is based on what I've learned from my experience. So to me, a professor that's never been in the professional movie or hasn't been successful at it, teaching someone how to be successful has never made sense. So I'm just teaching them how I did it. I never went to school for it, and every damn near movie I've made is going theatrical. And I have my own television network.
That's a great idea. Just imagine a little young black kid looking up to you as not only a producer, but a film director, a filmmaker.
But now they'll be potential partners.
That's awesome.
The more you do something, the better you get at it. So if they start now, before they get out of high school, and keep making movies, by the time they get out of high school, they could be monetizing their product and be better than people that have went to school and be making money. So it's just showing you how to talk. You gotta kind of identify what a kid's love language is. So if a kid loves films, then that's all you need to teach him, because that's all he's going to do.
And
you got to know how to add and read, write, and all those things. But once those fundamentals happen, it's about, this is what you want to do. So let's do this all day. You know what I'm saying?
If I kind of put myself in that position, growing up, I didn't know a lot of black directors.
Right.
It was only Spike Lee, really probably 2 more than I knew.
And black filmmakers, black movie companies, black television networks.
That wasn't a thing.
It's still not a thing, and that's why we have to change that narrative, and we have to showcase that it could happen, so these kids could know. But again, you don't have to only make money in entertainment. I do it because I enjoy it. Mm-hmm. But you can make buttons and make a lot of money or whatever. And so yeah, I did that. Went to Philly. Went to Ox School. When I got there, I got to see my daughter, which is always great. Mm-hmm. Meet a new boyfriend or whatever. And then I went to see Smoke DZA, who has a new album out. And we did a listening session at Astor Club. And it was cool because he had all the young cool kids out there. I got to finally meet Jada Kiss's son, Biggie's son, real cool. And also, starting to scout for Paid in Full, so I'm looking for that swag, that natural Harlem swag, and I think I've identified some things. West Side Gun was there, the wrestler Hook, he was there, my daughter. So we got to kick it, and I thought that was cool. I did a little freestyle in Chinatown with Smoke DZA. So we had a ball doing that. And so those 3 days were filled. Also, I got to go to Cipriani's with my daughter. It's real crazy because what's happened is the places I used to hang out at, now my daughter hangs out at those places. But a lot of the same men are still there that were there when I was there, that are like my age. And that was one of the reasons why I kind of stopped going outside in those circles, because it just started to be like corny to me, And I was thinking back, like all the shit that's going on, of all the kind of altercations I've had because I didn't like the way older men were treating younger girls. So I remember this one dude that was with my partners from China. She had brought them in, and I didn't like how he was just too old to be flexing on these little girls and hanging around them and shit. And I ended up smacking the shit out of him, you know what I mean, on another occasion. But because of that, and my daughter was around him, and I didn't even want my daughter nowhere near this dude. But he was like a faking rock star, and he said some slick shit thinking that, the law would protect him from a smack. But honestly, I was just trying to defend myself. The police came and everything. But I just remember that I just hated the fact that he was flexing on little girls. And all these older women would be doing that shit. Also, I got to see my man Stevie and kick it with some younger filmmakers, you know what I mean, that have been doing some cool things. So, New York has flavor. I just feel like I got to go over there, organize it, and do it at more of a professional level. You know what I'm saying? But I wanted to rush back and get back for the holiday. Even though I don't take holidays, I'm just kind of tired because I've been on the road to see my kid, my son, my baby son Dusko, and Raquel. And as soon as I wake up, she's like, we going to, Home Depot, and she's prepping for a movie that we're shooting for Dusko Goes to Space. We're shooting it tomorrow. And I'm like, you told me we was going to come home so we could barbecue by the pool. And she had a full prep day. So we had to talk that one out. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I'm really excited because we finally broke that 50,000 threshold for downloads for American Nude. And I can't even take the credit for that extra push. Mm-hmm. We have a new show on there, the Zodivas of Miami. And it's more focused, it's Haitian, you know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. And you're Haitian.
Oh yeah, represent.
Yeah, so all of a sudden we got 10,000 downloads, so we're about to be at 60,000. So I that's one of the reasons why I've been kind of starting to focus on Paid in Full, because I made a commitment to at 100,000 to start it. So I have an idea, I got the script, I'm starting to cast, or in my mind, and you know, if we hit 60 or 70, I'm gonna get scared.
Yeah, 50,
then I might,
60, 70, you had
that's too quick.
100,000 right there.
But for television network standards, this is like a hit. We've only been around. I haven't really launched. I've been trying to get all the stuff with the CEO prophecy and all that. Fast channels is up there, so we're also broadcasting 24 hours now as well. And again, we broadcast live. Same shit Netflix did with that comedy show. Mm-hmm. Oh, I got to kick it with the girl that was on the roast as well. I just forgot her name. The girl that likes girls. Yeah, she was real funny. Like she's up there with the big dog, so she was just kicking it with Smoke. So I just think if you can bring collective of cool people together, each play they role in their position. Somebody could write, act, somebody produce, somebody direct, somebody make the music, somebody bring everybody together, somebody locations. Collectively, we can make a difference on a cultural level and empower the cooler people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I see what you're doing because you understand them, but you understand what's going on in the world, what's popping, what's taking off. A lot of people as they get older, they kind of get out of touch with what's going on in the world. And it's very important that even as a businessman, I gotta know what's new, what's the new style that's coming out.
Mm-hmm.
You
don't want to be dated. You don't want your kids laughing at you. And that's my thing is always I got to be cooler than my kids. Mm-hmm. I don't care. It's hard to be cooler than Ava and the rest of them. I saw my son Lucky. He's about to be a junior in college. Mm-hmm. But if I ask him what exactly does he want to do after college, he's not clear. So there's always going to be a conversation for me with him. What's your dream? We putting this money up, cash. It's like I got to go to jail if I don't pay for it. You know what I mean? I will. Whether I pay for it now or later, it always gets paid. But why are you in college? What's the purpose? Is because they told you to, because that's your mother's dream. Have a purpose and intention so you're not wasting time. Because if you come out of college, to me, not knowing what you want to do, you just wasted 4 years that you could have been really investing.
That's true.
And that money, I would rather invest it in this company, or I'd rather pay him a salary to work for a company or his family company. And I just want him to understand, like, you love football, you love sports. At a professional level, physically, it might not be for you. But being in a vertical of that business of sports may be for you. And if you identify that, I will create that for you if you can't create it for yourself. But again, me being on the road and me, cause I was on the road, I was in Detroit, we talked about that. Mm-hmm. And, Indianapolis and all these different places. It was like, I have so much bigger business to do, but I get so occupied and passionate about what inspires me in the moment. And I have to focus on the bigger picture and focus on myself. And I'm never going to fight harder for somebody than they fight for themselves. Mm-hmm. Artists, if I believe in your talent, I'll give you the blueprint. But no longer am I a person that's going to go out there and take chances that you're not going to take.
You got to put in your own work.
And then you just walk away when somebody offers you a bigger bag.
Mm.
But if I am inspired, I believe in your talent, I'll give you the blueprint, I'll hustle you, but just to make sure it doesn't distract me from the things that are paying the bills and the bigger picture. You know what I mean? But like everything unilaterally has to work for my big vision. It's like insanity to have all these books selling, to have the movies selling, to have the music selling, the clothes selling, to have the glasses selling. Also, we launched the glasses, the lava lamps, the tortoiseshell, and we have a whole nother delivery. I'm really excited about the fashion, the CEO component, because I got a lot of cool collabs coming out, and also my core brands, and I'm finally getting good with production. So right now, Blue Rock is up and running. America New is up and running, and now I have to organize CEO, a different vertical. The book company, the publishing company, that's up and running, all independent in this moment.
Now let me ask you real quick about the brand CEO. Where that come from? Like
I'm the CEO. Like I'm the person that I think brought the word CEO to pop culture, or at least urban or culturally, to even make people want to be a CEO. They didn't even know what a CEO was. So I think, in my mind, I don't believe or remember anyone being considered a CEO before I made it cool. And that was my thing, was to make it cool to be the boss, so more people wanted to be bosses. And in selling Rockware and certain things, state property was always like the mentality. So Rockware was Rockefeller, state property was, for people that were in the street that hustled for Philly and, ended up in jail a lot. That's what we call it, state property.
You always been the CEO.
So CEO is a mentality. So if you're gonna wear something on the chest, it should be how you feel. I don't really want nobody wearing CEO unless they want to be a boss or are a boss. It's for bosses. So it doesn't show that you got a whole lot of money. It shows that you're very wealthy because you're independent thinking, because you're boss minded. Because as I'm seeing every single day, every body that's doing and making money, being paid and not being the boss, has to be compromised. To make it at a certain level, you have to do some things that you would not do on your own. Or you have to be around when things are happening that are morally, compromised. So like even when I did this interview in Indy that came out, and I was a little drunk, and I was like, everything Jay says about me. That wasn't quite what I meant. I meant everything he says when he's talking about being a CEO, and a lot of those things were about me. You know what I mean? So if you notice a lot of times in his rhymes, he'd be like, I'm the CEO. He never was the CEO.
And I can always remember that song, Big Pimpin', spinning cheese.
Well, that's what stimulated the conversation.
Okay.
And what happened with that was we were cold. We had spent a lot of bread, and again, we always about to jump ship and cut all of our budgets. And, I was like, I'm going to have to show out in this video to get something going, or else I'm gonna have to rap. So that video, and again, I went to this, and I apologize before any of these Me Too movement, or any of those things, for anything disrespect. I felt guilty being drunk and pouring champagne on girls and all. I felt guilty because I got daughters, and if someone did that to my daughter again, that's how I reference everything. Is like, what if someone did that to my daughter? How would I look at that person? What would I want done to that person? Pause. You know what I'm saying? Or at least how I feel initially, And at the end of the day, I felt like, Big Pimpin', of course, it was like my video. I was hot. I had to dance. I did all those things. But in other records, and any time that he was talking that bullshit, it's always been apparent, just based by the trajectory of his career, that he didn't want to be known as a rapper. He wanted to be known as a CEO. Why? You know why? Because the rapper don't get all the girls. The boss does. The CEO gets all the girls.
So there's an enviness.
Everyone who doesn't want to be a boss, but not everybody can be a boss. So you can get people to do your business and pretend to be the face and pretend you're a boss. But I'm a guy that likes to do things hands-on. That's what a boss does. I'm a founder. You know what I mean? Like, I like to do hands-on business. So I'm not going to just fund the movie. I'm going to make the movie. I'm going to help make the movie better. I'm going to help promote the movie. I'm going to know the budget to the movie. I'm going to know everyone that got paid, everybody's job. I'm going to know all the laws that come with it. I got to deal with, I know every aspect of every business. When I do the clothing, even with Rockware on down, I approved every single article of clothes that got made.
So
and gave direction.
Right there. That's the boss move.
A boss does everybody's job. Even if someone's doing it, you still help everybody do their job. You know what I mean? You always make them better because they're working for you. And you want to make more bosses because I got a lot of businesses. I need a fucking brain for every octopus leg. You know what I'm saying?
That's powerful right there.
So, that's basically the type of time I'm on, and I think it reflects that in the fact that I've chosen to generally build my own companies first before going and getting a partner. I've always been a founder. It's always been about my point of view. And right now, as of yet, every time I do something, people try to take the credit for it. Let me ask you a question. Let's say you directed a movie.
Yes, sir.
And somebody put their name on it and pretended that they directed the movie and was starting to show that movie to get jobs. Would you consider that stealing?
Oh yeah, that's a big problem.
Is it stealing?
Yeah, that's stealing.
So would it be right to say someone stole a movie from me?
Yeah.
Even if you went to court and they said the copyright's not yours, they never said that you did not direct that movie. So if someone's putting their name on on the movie that I directed, and they're saying they directed it, I think it's fair for me to say, in my opinion, they stole from.
Yeah. Even the idea. If I have the idea, and you know the idea came from me, the whole concept of the movie came from me, and you took that and make it yours, that's stealing. I need my credit. I need to be constipated.
So for me saying that, this dickhead caused, and again, you know, I'm sure it'll play back in court as usually it always does, but a person that actually is named Josh, whatever his name is, not the Joshes that we work with, Josh Weber, the same people that, you know, I owe money to, I have to sell the reasonable doubt thing because of a defamation and a copyright infringement to me, which was a setup. You know, but the bottom line is that judgment right there was for me just calling him an asshole, right, or whatever it was.
You know what
and he pretends he lost a job because people heard that I said that he stole, but you did steal, in my opinion, or allegedly. To me, allegedly, my opinion of you putting your name on my movie is called Dear Frank, but you know it was called The List. You put your name as a director, and now you're getting other jobs based on that, and you're trying to act like I didn't direct it. You didn't do no directing at all. Zero, nothing, not a frame. At zero, right? That's stealing to me.
100%.
So he's trying to hit me with a lawsuit for like $4 million because I said on Earn Your Leisure, very briefly, oh, you know, they could steal from me or whatever, in whatever context I said it. And I got to look at what I said again. But in my mind, and you could ask anybody else, I'm sure I have to go through a trial. If you put your name on a movie that you did not direct, try to take credit for it, a court does not say you directed that movie, and you go solicit, go get jobs, and pretend, what's that called?
Yeah, that's stealing.
Okay.
Ain't no other way to put it. Ain't no other way to put it.
I don't know what to, I don't know what to do, and then, so anyone could put a lawsuit, they got to win it. But again, this guy is obsessed with me. He wants to be me, allegedly. I don't want to get sued, but I guess he watched me direct, wanted to pretend he me, go get jobs, and pretend that because he, saying he directed this movie, they think he can bring that type of work. And wants to keep trying to trigger me, like this dude texts me on my DM, all that just so that I could say something. So like some people literally go to court for a living and fuck with people, and they really go through, again, I'm gonna keep saying allegedly, a lot of conscience. So I welcome this challenge again with this person again, and I'll see him in court. I can't wait for a deposition.
They say the truth hurts. Sometimes the truth hurts to the point where you just, it bugs you.
Well, I think he's mad because he gained, and again, allegedly, but I don't want to get it, but from what I saw, he gained a lot of weight. And when I saw him in court, I was saying, Josh, you look like you ate Josh, and, he looks off, he just doesn't look healthy. And I think that's bothered him and hurt him a lot. But again, I just think sometimes when you envy a person, you'll do so much to pretend that you are taking one. And again, it's also a person from another culture. He's not from our culture. And he, allegedly, but people I've spoken to, he's done this type of stuff before, allegedly. So I speak to them, and, I've interviewed them, and, of course, I'm going to tell the truth as much as I can legally. So, while I'm doing this, I'm doing other business, shit I really can't even talk about right now that I want to talk about. But I got to get this business done. So there's new things happening for me that I'm really excited about, really excited about.
When you talk about artists, let's go back to the artist part, that's something I noticed nowadays. Is like a lot of artists, like, I don't see stealing, and the word stealing now, I might say they're stealing other people's songs or other people's record. I realize there's a lot of that going on right now. How do you feel about a artist that's biting somebody else's style, word for word, and still basically taking somebody else's song?
Well, I know I saw something today where they had like a scratch track of Drake doing that record, Mob Ties, and then they had the person with the same vocals that apparently wrote the rhymes.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, like, if you're like a pop guy, I'm not saying Drake is, but if you're like a person that's not into the rap and the lyrical part of it, if you're into like making records that just are gonna sell and that kind of thing, then it is what it is. But if you're like to me, a battle rapper, a lyricist, like if I heard that somebody wrote Nas's raps, it would really disappoint me. You know what I mean? Or, you know, anyone in Griselda's raps. Like, you know, for the connoisseur, the person that takes rap so serious that if you don't write your rhymes, a certain kind of art, like if Rakim or KRS-One or Eminem, like if you want to be in that status, no one could be writing your shit.
Yeah.
So I don't know that Drake was promoting that he was a guy that never ever let someone write his rhymes, or he's like a super lyricist, but he does battle. But I do think, like, especially if he's battling, then I'd be like, damn, I hope he wrote his rhymes for his battle. But you battling, it's just like, to me, having a stylist. If someone dresses you that you pay, how you gonna really say you got swag and you fresh? You understand what I mean? If someone is picking your clothes out. You know,
got your point.
You can't say you fly because you know someone fly that tells you how to dress. You gotta put it on. You gotta, to me, pick it out. You know what I mean? Like, I'll have a stylist to go buy my white t-shirts or a shopper, but usually I'm the kind of fly that I like to make my own shit or wear only people that I know that made it. You know what I mean? Make the clothes.
Put it together, basically. If you don't put it together,
if you ain't doing it, you're not fresh. So if you're not writing your rhymes, you can't really say that you're 100% a lyrical rapper or a rapper. You know what I mean? It doesn't fit the description, you know? So, you know, when I saw that, I was like, it depends on what he's portraying himself to be. But for me, when I hear a rapper has someone else writing their rhymes, you know, there's just a little bit of less respect there as it relates to that art.
Oh, yeah, the art behind it.
To the art. Like, I'm about the art. So, you know, just like I don't want to see nobody perform over a track, I think that's cheating. I love an artist that plays an instrument, you know, that has to rehearse, because, you know, that's where I know that they're being intentional and they're challenging themselves. And also they want to make sure the people that buy their or go to their shows are paying and getting a good show.
Yeah, good show, man.
Like, you have to respect your fans, you know what I'm saying? I remember getting into an argument with Maxwell because he wasn't putting out no records, and I'm like a fan. I was a fan, and I'm like, bro,
So the R&B
like,
singer
like,
Maxwell?
yeah, we got into a real argument over it, and he went like one time. Erykah Badu brought him to the gallery, and he like bugged out. He was like, "What? I didn't know I was coming here." But we was cool. I was just telling him as a fan. I'm like, bro, I'm a fan. So if you care about your fans, I know, like, you know, you want to care about yourself and whatever. But put out some music, man. But I was kind of fucking with him, but he got a little serious. But, you know, you have to, you know, if you have fans and they're paying money, you should make sure that they're comfortable, I think. I think you should always have respect for the people that are giving you a certain degree of love, especially if they're the ones that are paying your bills. You always have to respect your fans. They're the ones that are paying your bills. You know, why would you disrespect? It's like, on some level, that's like they're the plug. They're the ones that keep you hot. So why would you disrespect them on any level and not want to give them, you know, 100%? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, to me, yeah, if you're trying to say you're a rapper, then you should
write your own lyrics.
Oh, you know, I forgot, I ran into Mook, you know. So Mook had that little situation, but, you know, he recovered, he got himself together, and I thought, you know, he handled it like a man, Paul, so we got to, like, joke about it and shit, you know, whatever went on. But again, he's part of that Honor Up, and we're definitely going to do some things for America New and make movies and stuff. And, you know, we like to make, like, to me, I have compassion for certain things, but, like, making a mistake and recovering, if it's funny, it's funny. You know what I mean? So, to me, the sugarcoat shit is enabling, you know? And you have the type of relationship, you check on your man, you make sure you're all right, and then pause, you laugh about it. You know what I'm saying?
Some things you can laugh about.
Well, if you all right, then you can laugh about it.
You know,
if you could laugh about it, you gotta laugh about it, because things could always be a lot worse.
So do you think with that PDD stuff that's going on right now, would there ever be a recovery for him, or you think this is it?
Only thing he could do right now is recover his soul.
His soul?
Yeah, like he should be worried about going to hell. You know what I'm saying? Like if, again, just based on what we saw before, it was like alleged. So if any of those things and more of those things are true, morally he has to probably, deal with that and find a true peace and understanding of why he may have chose to act like that. As far as like public business, I don't see it. I don't see how, too many people were hurt, and, corporately, I don't think people could touch anything. I mean, it seemed like it was over a while ago, but it just goes over. It just gets worse and worse. You know what I'm saying? So, it's hard. Again, I'm a peer of his, but it would be like not dealing with the elephant in the room when people bring it up. Like I saw how Cam handled it on CNN now. If somebody calls me to talk about Puff, I might use that opportunity to promote my things and, catch a highlight flick. And, it reminded me of when Cam and I did the Bill O'Reilly show, the You Man. But back then, because when I spoke to him, I'm like, bruh, usually used to call me for shit like this, because he'd give me like, should I do this and how should I do it? But he's already savvy enough to know that I gotta be live. If you ever ask me some silly shit, you might get some silly answers. And to be on CNN and to ask people about hearsay could be looked at as silly. And instead of you putting someone of our culture to ask questions to fucking showcase someone bad on that kind of platform, he did some very Harlem Dame Dash shit, which always makes me proud.
He took control of that whole thing right now.
He's from Harlem, and he said it. Dame raised some pit bulls.
Yeah, he showed it.
He shows that he does not care. We do not care about pop culture and the recourse, because our work is good, and we're gonna, if you're gonna ask questions like that, we're gonna promote our shit. Yeah. If you're not gonna talk about the good things that we're doing in the culture. Like, to me, I saw things that were half and half, where people were like, yo, you get on that platform and you make us look bad and this kind of thing.
He was
but I was like, nah, that shit, I'm sure CNN was happy about it. They probably had the best ratings, and, the shit probably went viral.
Who set this thing up?
Yeah, man? All that. So when I see that,
he was sipping that little thing.
I'm proud.
Yeah.
Just because.
That was good.
That's the way, and Cam usually makes me proud on the way he conducts himself on certain things, and the fact that he doesn't fold, and the fact that we could laugh at shit. We could laugh at what other people do that's corny, because we ain't doing that shit, and that's what we've been doing for years.
He kept it real.
Yeah. So he got it. I was mad when I spoke to him. So why you didn't call me for that? You know what I'm saying? I could have had some fun on there too. You're like, I meant to, but I ain't, one of those. But, and I'm waiting, Mace, you want to do this, you better call me. You made an announcement, I don't want you to get Hollywood Mace on me. You know what I'm saying? You call me, let me know what you want to do. But, I've been waiting for them to holler at me. I wanted to talk about how to move forward with the reasonable doubt thing. But I'm still waiting for the marshal to put it and make a date of where it's going to be and all this, so I can start properly promoting it. Yeah. But really, I'm like, man, based on all the shit that's going on, I don't think anybody going to be worried about that shit until some things clear up. So the longer we wait to do the auction, the better. You know what I'm saying? But as soon as I know where and when, and if we can't do it the way. Because what happened was, there's a lot of deals on the table. So when he called me, I was like, well, I got a whole lot of money on the table. This group, they sell the NFTs. I don't like the way they carry me neither. Yo, what's the name of that NFT? I can't remember the name of these dudes. But, they were offering a lot of paper. And then I'm sure politics got involved, and I was just telling them, hold tight, let me see what these guys are gonna do or not. We'll work it out. But I don't know. So we'll see what happens there. I spoke to Cam, so I'm just waiting to talk to me. So we'll see what happens. But a lot of people were like, yo, we really want to see him with that and da 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 da. So I started to like, yeah, let's they can do it. Though.
Right. It's dope. It's almost like Michael Jordan passing a torch to the next one up.
It'll definitely be the ultimate trolling, but also, they would be able to make some bread from it. But I just don't really want to have too much to do with it. You know what I'm saying? So that's where we were having I'm trying to get out of here. Get the fuck up out of it. You know what I mean? And the same person that's suing me again, that, one of the people that, to me, allegedly it's just been somewhat of a conspiracy, but the same people that I have to, that helped me take this to auction because I got to pay that $1 million, the same people again trying to sue me again because I said he tried to steal, that he stole my movie, but in my mind he did steal my movie because he didn't direct it and no judge said that he did. You know what I mean? And he can't prove that he did.
It don't make no sense.
I have a video of every, I do behind the scenes.
Yeah.
I have a video, the behind the scenes of every single shot of me directing. If you say you directed my movie and you didn't, I need to know how many. I want to know if someone says they directed your movie and they didn't. I'd like to know how many of y'all what do you call that? Period. And I don't care if we went to court and they said there was a copyright infringement. They did not say that you directed that movie. Period. They never ruled that. Ever. I just have to go to court. But it's just like petty. But these guys are just want to be me so bad. Allegedly. I got to keep saying allegedly so I don't get sued. Because they try to sue off every word I say. I waste my time, absorb my resources by making me pay lawyers and all that stupid shit.
So nowadays you get sued for telling the truth, bro.
You get sued for, anything. Again, if you could show that you lost some money behind something somebody said, but it's just like all of a sudden you lost money, no one ever offered you this kind of money. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to, this kind of thing. So we'll just battle it out in court. Period. I have no problem with it. You know what I'm saying? No problem with it.
So what you got coming up? What's new for the next couple weeks?
Well, again, tomorrow, Rocky and I are shooting Disco Goes to Space, the movie.
That's a movie,
And it's a musical. We did the soundtrack and all that. And then we suppose after this, Micah has a show in Tampa. We're going to run see. We're editing Kitty Red's video. So there's a rough cut up there, a lot of cheeks.
A lot of chicks. Clapping chicks.
A lot of chicks. But tasteful. And then
ready for that then.
Yeah. And so I gotta edit the video, but I'm also editing the episode. It's a 22-minute episode. And I gotta get ready to put out the Prince of Detroit. And then we go to Jekyll Island on the 14th of June. And then we're in Tampa toward the end of the month of May. We perform in Tampa and we perform in Lakeland. And then I'm gonna head out to the ranch, And also I'm prepping this movie. I gotta get this out the way, man. I gotta shoot this shit. So I'm Dead Weight, the comic book that we made. I want to knock that out because I gotta get the Paid in Full. So I gotta knock out Dead Weight. I gotta knock out Honor Up. I've been saying that I haven't knocked them out. I keep doing new shit, but now it's getting serious because I'm at
so there's multiple movies. You're working at multiple movies.
Yeah, multiple movies. The clothing.
The network is
getting orders for the sneakers. Yeah.
Okay. CEOs booming.
Yeah.
So
the dreams. I'm in my dream. I live on the lake. I'm with my girl. I'm with my son every single day. I finally get to raise one. She has realized her dreams. I'm realizing my dreams. My daughter's realizing her dreams. Boogie, Lucky, college, Boogie's in Vegas doing him, and, waiting for him to start running this Blue Rock shit, but we'll get to that. And, we're all healthy. So I think in the moments that things, and it's war, I'm in war, but it doesn't bother me, because this shit's just bullshit. They're more battles. They all part of the game and things I signed on to, but it's always going to be lawsuits. I'm always going to have to promote anyone in my dreams and fight for them, so I keep dreaming because I like to fight. And, you know, there's always going to be challenges, but these aren't the worst challenges. You know what I mean?
Like I said, you in the war, but there's a lot of positivity.
Yeah,
that's
I'm
going
fighting
on
for
in your
love.
life.
I'm fighting for love, so, you know, I need to take the block. I don't want it given to me, so.
Because once you find a purpose to fight for, and you willing to fight.
Let's fight for that purpose ain't a life.
Let's bring it.
You know? But somebody said some slick shit in the comments. And I ain't gonna say it. That's cool.
No,
not slick in that way. It was like, but it's just funny.
It's barbershop time. We talk about everything, man.
My girl had brought it to my attention. I thought it was funny, but it was, I'd rather save that for an answer to a question to have the best impact, because it was funny as hell. You know, but I'm looking forward to this Tyson fight. You know what I mean? I'm looking forward to seeing Tank fight. You know, I'm curious to see what's going to happen in the heavyweight division. You know,
they had a talk that Terrence Crawford was supposed to fight. What's that Chico?
Yeah, what happened?
But I think Chico backed out.
Damn.
He changed his contract. You know, and what they're saying right now, Terrence Crawford is having a hard time
getting fights.
Because nobody wanted to fight him.
You gotta fight Canelo.
You know what I'm saying? And Canelo's like, you know, I guess Canelo in control. He is the king of where he from. You know, but I guess, you know, Canelo want to control things, and people don't want to fight Terrence Crawford, and it's like that's affected his money. Ain't no money coming in.
But it's different.
Yeah, he different. People don't want none.
You know what I'm saying?
They don't want none of that, bro.
He'll wrestle your ass. You know, he's on some other shit.
Yeah, he different. Bro.
You know what I'm saying? He's on some other shit. But you know.
What Tyson fight coming up, and
yeah, he said he was getting woozy the other day. I don't know what happened, but I'm just curious. Tyson can fight, man. So I know he's older, but you know.
But here's what I just found out. One of my buddies that actually in the boxing world told me a few things about the clause in Jake Paul. The longer the fight go, that's more money Mike Tyson gonna get.
Oh, that makes sense.
You know what I'm saying? So if Mike Tyson come in and knock him out first round, Mike Tyson losing.
But if he knocks him out first round, he gonna make so much money from other shit that it might be worth it. It was like, what's his name? You know, taking that $1.5 million hit overweight Garcia, so they could come in there and have more weight to fight, because he probably made more money winning than, you know, for giving that 1.5 away. He probably made $10 million more.
Yeah, but I feel like that was like a cheat code though. If you're gonna fight, you're gonna fight. You know,
Definitely.
because the longer the fight go, the more tired.
It's smart.
You know, he older, he gonna get tired. Them hands gonna start going down. Now you can go and knock him out.
I don't think the way Mike be moving when he get in that ring, I think he blacks out.
Yeah, he do. I
don't think
I saw that last time when he put fight what's he call it what's his name again? They had a celebrity fight. God damn, I can't remember his name. It's like Mike, kind of. It's like he lost it in there.
Roy Jones.
Yeah. For a minute, Mike was the old Mike. You know, it's just like he just blanked out. Like, hey, he go to defense mode.
Yeah.
Because you gotta understand, he was trained to be like Mike is a killer on that ring. You know, he was trained like that. And just like you said, instinct kick in. Especially if you're a professional, instinct always kick in at the end.
Yeah, when you're in the ring, I know. Trust me. I know. You can say you're gonna do one thing and be cool, but once you get in there and somebody swinging on you,
it's over.
That shit is out the window and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't want to mess up it. I was about to say.
You can talk.
So, you know, also, again, with this realization that I can't fight harder for somebody than they fight for themselves, and also that I have to completely invest in myself and not be so distracted by, like, you know, other people's dreams. Because I always tell somebody not to do that, then I end up doing the same shit I tell people not to do. So for me, I'm just focused on me, and I think me focusing on me will open the doors for a lot more people. You know what I'm saying?
Which makes sense. You gotta be the best you, the best version of you.
To help, you can't help nobody unless you can help yourself.
Mm.
You know, and I'm always trying to help everybody. And sometimes, you know, I'm not focused on the bigger picture and the things that'll make me the most money. But I think now that it's that time. You know, I give people what I call them a dream pack. So I'll do everything that you say you want, that you need to pay for, I'm gonna get at you and more. And then you gotta go make your dreams come true. You know what I'm saying? That's what you gotta do. Because you can't think you could just make the work and it's gonna move itself. And that's the difference. Like some artists, they don't enjoy being on stage. They don't enjoy putting together a show. They don't enjoy promoting.
Can't make no money like that.
But it just means that you don't enjoy being an artist. So you might enjoy the being famous. You might enjoy the money you make from it. But you don't enjoy the process to get there. And unless you enjoy that, then you have to reevaluate exactly what your love language is, and you have to find out what your comfort zone is so that you can make money and do that all day, instead of when someone says, yo, you gotta show, you gotta promote, you gotta put together a band, you gotta rehearse. And if that feels laborious, if that gives you anxiety, if you feel like you're shy on the stage, then you shouldn't be on the stage. You know what I'm saying? Or until you're not. So unless you're doing your job, because you gotta think, you make your money in music from your show. So why wouldn't that be what you practice every day if that's what's gonna make you the most money? Why wouldn't you want the best version of that so you can get paid more bread even if you have a hit record or not?
Makes sense.
You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, that's how I can tell if certain people really love that industry, if I should devote so much more. After you got that dream pack and you ain't doing nothing with it, then we gotta help you do something different. You know, you thought that was your dream, but now that you're there, it really ain't your dream. But you gotta identify that. Some people, cause I've had the same conversation with different people that have the same problem. Some people don't receive it well. They find it be offensive, like, you don't believe me, but I'm like, I'm not saying that, I'm just saying. And some people will be like, you're right, I don't enjoy this. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's ain't for me. You know, it's funny how two people with the same problems or the same set of circumstances can deal with something a completely different way. You know, but at the end of the way, it's whatever makes you happy. You know, that's what you're supposed to choose.
And like you said, you know, your way of thinking is the CEO way of thinking, boss-like way of thinking.
Yeah.
You know, you're not gonna waste your time if you don't see no future in it. You know, and a lot of people not ready to hear that. You know, and really, it's a good advice that you're giving them, but everybody want dreams, but don't want to work to get that dream.
Well, hugging someone without giving them any guidance is enabling them.
Right.
So if you tell someone they're good at something they're not good at, then they're going to get hurt later. So if you really care about something, you have to tell them those hard truths. And that's why I be called an asshole sometimes, because I just don't sugarcoat shit. Because if I really care about you, I'm not going to let you think that you could swim and you're about to drown. You know what I'm saying? You're going to drown out there. I'm not going to tell you you look good swimming.
You're not a true friend then.
You know, that's like almost setting some, oh, you did great. You did such a good job. Go ahead, do it again. And you die, that's not good for a person. So you want to be like, yo, this is the hard truth that I see as an opinion, and I ain't got a dog in the fight. But if you're asking me to help, then you got to fight this hard. But if you don't enjoy it, if I fight this hard and I don't get that celebration, that excitement that come with it, why would I want to keep doing it? You know what I'm saying? So for me, if I give somebody an opportunity and don't make them happy, if they're not all over it, then, you know, I feel like they're just not confident. The amount that you, of pride, the way I know somebody is really confident in their skill is how hard they promote it. That's how I know that they are, and I know that people that aren't confident don't promote, and then they make excuses not to. But when you want something and you love it, there's no excuse not to have it. You know what I'm saying? So what we're gonna do is, cause I know Greg's usually here, so while you cut my beard, you know, y'all can talk, but right now, he's not here, and I don't want you talking while he's here. So we're gonna wrap this up, finish the beard up. I think, how long was he on for? 50 years, that's good. And we have Redemption new video out. Michael Da Vinci, half his video shot, so we need that out, but that's out. We just finished Kitty Red, but the single's out. And we have a lot of new content on America New from the, you know, the Jesse's release party or release show. A lot of shows, a lot of live. You know, we're going to be editing up the touring and all that, and then a lot of scripted. So look out for America New. Watch the Fast Channel. Go get the lava lamps, the tortoiseshell joints. You know, CEO, you can order them, but I'm doing a whole new September is when it's really rolling out. And, you know, Redemption, Punch You in the Face, Kitty Red record. You know, we got a lot of records out. A lot of stuff. I can't remember everything.
Yeah, stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Just be tuned.
Live in effect. American News Network. Chopping it up. Of course, Johnson Garcon. Dame Dash the Mogul. Of course, me, Greg G, relate to Greg. We in here. So what it is, what it is today, guys?
Well, we spoke about, number one, we were talking about if you write your rhyme, or Drake, I guess they found the scratch track and what their opinion on that was, and I talked about everything I did, and, you know, I don't know, what else we talked about, right?
I seen that. I was gonna ask y'all about that. Over the years, we done had so many people come out said this person writes for Drake, this person writes for Drake, this person writes for Drake. I mean, what is he, just a sit-in? Like, why is there so many people come out that say that they wrote for Drake?
Like, because a lot of people wrote for Drake. You know what I'm saying? They might have, you know.
Yeah, because I seen a story that Bryson Tiller put out that he was like, you know, he went over, check out OVO, and, you know, just get a feel for the company. He was like, it was basically like Drake wanted all his rhymes. I mean, all his music. And he was
his
like,
whole album.
Yeah, his whole album. He wanted all of it. He was like, he was whining and dining them, taking them on the jet.
Taking them shopping.
Taking them shopping, you know, pull the P. Diddy. You feel me? And, I mean, should we just like really outcast Drake at this point?
I mean, it seemed like Kendrick did a number. You know, he's been quiet lately.
Yeah.
Seemed like the battle over.
Mm-hmm.
And no one's talking about it. Everyone's talking about other shit now. And, you know, I saw Drake rap over the BBL Dizzy shit with Sexy Red. And I thought that was odd. You know, but I just feel like, yo, that shit must have really bugged him. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I feel like he doesn't know how to bounce back. Like he's done.
They did a number on him.
Yeah, like he's done countless times.
I don't see a video of him walking and people come by and playing that song. You know, so
that shit. Yeah. It's like a hit record. So,
yeah, that they like us.
So yeah. You know, I think it would be cavalier of him to be like, yo, I took that L. At least I fought and move on. But you know, see what happens. But again, it just seems like it keeps getting worse. There's always something else.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Do you think that he could battle back after something like this?
It depends on what he do. I think, you know, if he hit record, maybe catch it. Yeah, I think so. I don't think it's like so bad that he can't come back.
I mean, because we even dropping an industry song now.
He'll never be, to me, the same Drake.
Yeah.
He won't be that Drake.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he'll ever be like.
I don't think he'll ever do that battle stuff no more though.
You might have to.
You know.
Yeah, I feel like it's going to be a battle, no matter what he does from this point. There's going to be somebody trying to hurt his credibility. There's going to be somebody coming at him at any song that he drops at this point in life.
I know Murder Mook didn't like what Joe Budden said about him, so he hit me while he was on the interview, and I was like, well, sounds like that's a battle. So he was calling him out. I don't know if Joe Budden would take that battle with Mook.
You know they tried that probably about 8 years ago when Hollow the Don, he's also a big battle rapper, and he kind of called out Joe Buttons for when Joe Buttons was almost, I wouldn't say in the same situation as what Sean Combs is going through, but it was allegations that he beat his then girlfriend Tahiri, and so the rapper, battle rapper Hollow the Don was like, yo, I'm going to kill you for that, like, and it was really just a bad showing for Joe Buttons when he came out. It was total slaughter. It was put on by Eminem and his camp, and Joe Buttons got murdered. I don't think that's a route or a lane he would want to go with Mook, because Mook's a great angler. You know,
Well, the thing is, for me, if Mook is a battle rapper and Joe Button is a former battle rapper, he says something about Mook on his platform, they're not gonna fist fight about it. He feels the way. So to me, you know, like sounds like just work it out in the ring, work it out on vinyl.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you know, if he's gonna talk about you in his ring, then y'all gotta all right, now come to mine.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. You know,
But
I said I would broadcast it, pay per view it. So Mook put it up. I don't know if they'll do it, but I think that's just a very hip hop way to deal with things. If you're gonna be talking about, if a boxer talk shit about another boxer, they be like, yo, let's fight. You know, they don't want to talk it out. You know what I mean? They want to get in the ring. Guess what y'all do as professionals. So, you know, maybe he's retired, but if you want to talk about a battle rapper and you used to be a battle rapper, then someone's gonna call you out for, you know, a fight.
But you know, I want to give a shout out to Mook. I watched the interview of his last night, and we know Mook is the GOAT of battle rap. I mean, we could say this, that, and the third, but he's immaculate. He put battle rap on the map. When he put it on the map, he went to different boroughs, killed cats. He was one of the names that made people want to battle rap because of Mook. But I also like to commend him for being a man and taking accountability where he took it. I encourage a lot of people to go watch that interview because it was real deep. I just want to give him a shout out, you know what I'm saying, a big ups, because that's what real men do.
What interview you saw?
Just showing why he was.
Who was interviewing? Was it the one yesterday? Because he called me yesterday.
Yeah.
Was I on it on the FaceTime?
No. You weren't on that one. This is something he did on the platform, 15 Minutes of Fame. And you know the situation that he had went through with the police being at his house, and he was trying to get them out of there and everything. But it was just, you know, what he said about the whole situation. He didn't blame it on anyone else. He took all fault as a man, even if things weren't his fault. But I've watched him over the years as a battle rapper, and that's something I know Joe don't want. You know, Joe and Sue Surf is cool. If anything, he would try to get Surf to stand in a place as him, and I think that'll probably like break the box. Sue Surf, Mook, Joe Buttons, Mook, and ain't no, you know, Mook is just a name, but I just like to give him his big ups for like being a man, standing on what he stands on, and you know, taking accountability. It was like, yo, it was time for me. It was just a real deep interview. You know, I fought with Mook all the way. Yeah. And
so I ran into him in New York, and we had a good laugh about it.
Yeah.
So
I fought with him.
You know, like I said, nothing really happened. He just, you know, got cokey and got, you know, lost his mind for a second.
Yeah.
And it's a big laugh. No one got hurt
at all.
And then he realized that he has to get his shit together, which he did.
That's what I
right
like.
Back outside. So
and that's what I like. That's the part that I like. He realized that I need to get my shit. Yeah.
It's not even embarrassing. It's actually just funny.
Mm-hmm.
It's on some Richard Pryor shit.
Yeah.
Man, like I lost my motherfucking mind. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But you know, I look at it like
I was asking him because the fool was laughing because he was so fucked up that he told the dog not to talk to the cops. Like, don't listen to him. That shit had me dying. It was that shit. Everybody had funny shit in that shit. So you know, big shout out to Mook, my brother. Good money, and nothing really happened.
Yeah. But you know,
people have jokes and battles, but I'm sure he'll be able to deal with that.
Nah.
And Nicolai, you can bring me some candy for my bag. Did I bring my bag? Yeah, but I don't see any in your bag. Oh my God, there's no candy here.
I got some for you, bro.
My blood sugar's at like a 67. So right in this very moment, for all diabetics will understand, your blood sugar gets low if you don't have carbs in your body. So like 67 is kind of low. Some people walk around like that, but most can't.
Yeah.
But I'm in the middle of an interview, whatever, shit happens and shit. You just gotta hold your head and you gotta get some candy.
Hey, Nicolette. if you look in my truck in the console, there's a bag. I think I had some candy in there. But yeah, that Joe Buttons and Murder Mook thing, I don't think Joe will even step up and embarrass himself like
Joe
that.
don't want
Because
none of that, man.
it's cats that are rappers. Like, you gotta understand, it's like Mook offered to battle Drake.
I was there.
And Drake didn't want that smoke.
I wasn't with Drake and then when they were here, but I was, we was waking Honor up at the time.
Yeah.
And,
they did not want that smoke.
We was gonna put our money together for that. I had a couple dollars at the time, so I was like, I'll put money on that one.
And for those that don't know, if you don't know about Murder Mook, it's one battle that's on YouTube. I encourage you guys to watch right now. Just check out Murder Mook Tay Rock. That's one of the best battles I've seen in years. And it just shows you how talented he is, that Joe don't want to get in that ring with him at all. I mean, at all.
He just felt the way that Joe was talking about him before he checked on him. Like, how you gonna talk about me? You don't even know if I'm really alright. That'll work. You don't know if I'm really alright. So when your blood sugar's low, you gotta eat candy to. So people think because you're diabetic, you can't eat candy. Like, nah, you sugar.
You gotta raise it back up.
You got to.
My driver, I went through that a couple of times, and that's what educated me on diabetes and the importance of, being careful of what you eat. Because the funny story, he's insulin dependent. He shoots up.
So do I.
And so one day we had another guy on the truck working with us, and so I guess he never seen anything like that. So we were getting ready to go. So my guy gets his insulin. He's getting ready to shoot. So dude's like, so you just gonna do that right in front of me? He's like, you like, do you need a belt or something to go in the bathroom? And I was just like, I laughed so hard.
He didn't know what he was doing. He
came from a place where people were shooting up.
So
he's like, you just gonna do that in front of me?
But back when he still used the doping needle?
Yeah.
Oh, he old school.
Yeah. He was like, so you just gonna do that right in front of me? He's like, do you need the belt? Go to the bathroom with it?
I got my shit right here.
Yeah, so now he has the one that's on the back of his arm.
I got the Dexcom and I got the Omnipod.
Yeah, he really educated me on. I mean, like, it used to be times we were headed home from work, and he'll just be in the seat like, "Gee, do you got any sugar, man? I'm doing bad right now."
If I didn't have just now, this was a lifesaver. I've been fucked up.
Yeah, and that's why, believe it or not, I always keep something sweet in my truck or my work truck, just for him. And I don't know, it just became a second nature thing. Ever since I got around you, I always try to keep some form of candy, because, like, I've really seen a person go through it when their sugar is low. That is scary.
Because people need to educate more about it. Because my parents had diabetes, but nowadays, like you say, I never understood. Like you say, you got why eating something sweet? You're not supposed to eat nothing sweet.
You just
but you need that though. Will you pass out or something?
Yeah, heck yeah. Yeah, it's serious. Like, as the older we get, we have to be more conscious of our health and things dealing with our health, because for so long we've did things that has harmed our bodies. And you got to start taking care of yourself, eating good, exercise, and all that. No matter if you have anything, we're getting older. This body isn't function like it did, when we were younger. But you have to take care of yourself. So what was another subject y'all were talking about?
I did the interview and I said that I'm the every time Jay's talking about me when he's rapping, I was just clearing that up. I was saying when you say the CEO shit and a lot of those things, I'd hear it. I'm the CEO. I just felt like just based on the trajectory, he's always been actually, he doesn't want to be the boss.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about God. We talked about going around. What happened in New York? The CNN with Cameron. Talked about it.
I had a question from.
And also finding that, that guy that wrote that militia.
I had a question from a follower that was on Instagram for you, and they've been asking for a while. And I think this would be a good day to ask you. So they were asking that you were so smart and strategic in when you were coming up and running Rockefeller and basically you had a record company that was bigger than the distribution record company. Like at one point in time, Rockefeller was bigger than Def Jam, and they just wanted to know: did you all that you went through in hip hop? Did you lose the love to not like birth? Cause you've birthed so many great MCs, bro. Like a lot of MCs, they were asking all that you went through. Is that the reason why you've never really tried to go back and say, let me birth some more hip hop MCs, or it was just like, I'm done with it? They just always wanted to know because they felt like you're like one of the forefathers of hip hop.
I'm just trying to work on my dream.
Mm-hmm.
So why make another nigga rich and I can make myself? Why make another nigga's dream come true when I got my own dream? I got my girl's dreams. I got my daughter's dreams. I got my son's dreams. So, and they all have legit dreams than me. So, to me, it's just, you can't really help nobody until you can help yourself. We were just talking about that. And it didn't make me happy to work so much harder for someone than they work for themselves. That's what it is. Like, I got PTSD. Like, how your man,
Yeah.
So I trust people.
And it's certain things that you go through in life that would say, you know what, I'll never do that again. If this is going to be the result, or if this is the ending result from all that I do, then
it's just not my business model. I'm a television network, so I'm conglomerate. So I can't be doing the same thing I was doing when I was 20 at 53. The reason why I don't need to make another rapper, it's hard to do that because I did that when I was 4. I was 22 years old, 23 years old. I'm 54, so I don't want to go backwards. I got to go forward.
I think they were more asking the question because they said that hip hop is dying and we need someone out here. Like I guess they have the belief and they figure that you're the only person that can bring it back to what hip hop was.
That's the vibe that I was getting when I went to the city. Like, dang, we gotta come back.
Yeah, because you gotta look at the quality of music. You gotta look at everything that is going on now in hip hop, and us being pioneers coming from, late 90s, early 2000s. That's when hip hop was at a certain peak in this game, and now you're just looking at it. It's like people are not even respecting the art no more. They're not respecting the culture. Nobody's trying to create nothing. This is the thing. I don't see any rappers giving away game on how to be a better person or build a business model or what you need to do to set yourself up for future in life.
That's not the algorithm. That it's probably done, but they're not putting that in front of it. So yeah, it would take me. That's why I'm trying to give certain people platforms. But I just think the movies make it easier to sell the music.
Facts.
You remember, I did Streets is Watching and
Classic.
Property. I heard a movie star. Look how I'm doing with all these guys.
Yeah.
You saw the Kitty Rat video?
Nah, I ain't watched that yet.
I mean, Josh is editing it.
I gotta check it out.
I
gotta check it out. But see, even you created the Paid in Full, State of Property, Streets is Watching. You gotta think about when we see that on TV now. It's not even just watching the movie. Think about how, like, okay, Johnson, for instance.
It's black culture.
But think about it. You Paid in Full comes on. It's a certain part. You don't start watching the movie, you automatically think back, like, damn, what was I doing when I first seen
it?
This?
Take you back.
When I was young, this is what the movie. You know what I'm saying? You try to explain to people how pivotal, you know what I'm saying, it was in your life.
And just remember, we came in growing up. You can go back Friday.
Yeah.
All the movie that he had back then, that's what created the black culture. And this generation, they have no clue at all.
But that's
where that started. They don't have the blueprint no more. That's the problem.
There are kids in their 20s that at first didn't know anything about Paid in Full. But listen, all you got is like, you ever watch Paid in Full? Like, oh, you never heard of that. And this is what I say. I be like, so you ain't never seen Rico and Money Mitch? Oh, Ace. I was like, yeah, that's not the name of the movie, but yeah. And it be like, and they tell you like, yeah, that shit was dope.
The funny thing is I just started. I've only just begun.
Yeah.
About to be a reign of applause, love, terror. I just have to I'm never gonna put my work, or I don't want to put my work on someone else's block. I wanted my work on my own block.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think someone else should benefit more from my labor or my story or from my culture, especially not from that culture, than I should.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a matter of time. The reason why music is dead is because of the people that are making the money off music aren't musicians. They're not creative.
Mm-hmm.
They're exploiting it, so they don't care about the culture. They just want to burn it out. It's like people that don't care about the earth. They want to take all the fuel and everything else just for selfish purposes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I create culture, and you know, I have to re-engineer the way music is put to the world.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I've been doing. I've been trying to change the engine.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so now there's new ways to get paid, CPMs, BPMs, you know, content, all these verticals. I'm teaching people how to be bosses as well as be rich. Because you could be a boss and be rich. You know, you could. And that's what I'm showing. I killed these.
Yeah,
You know what happened? You know, I eat so much candy, my blood sugar go up. Because I was on 60, like, did you say 65?
Yeah.
24 hours can. But if I can do all the things I've done with diabetes, so it's not an excuse not to do shit. To survive and be healthy, you have to be in shape, you gotta work out, you have to take care of yourself.
But
you should be taking care of yourself anyway.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't take care of themselves. So being diabetic in a funny way, because I had to be at one point, it made me healthier than the average man.
Yeah, but that's just like that has to be hell for anyone that has to worry about the sugar going up and down 24 hours out the day.
Better
And
be
most,
dead.
yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Better being blind, it's better being deaf, it's better than having limbs, it's better than having cancer, it's better than everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you have to feel real bad to appreciate feeling good sometimes. So, for the months after I was dying, I was like, I would do anything to feel better again. I hated not being able to move around as quickly and be funny and feel weak. Like, I hate that shit. I hate it. So, I thought I was dying. So, they told me all to do was take a shot twice a day. At the time, that's what it was. Give me that. And I've been celebrating ever since.
That's right.
If you think you got something a lot worse, and it's like if you think you got to do 20 years and somebody give you 4 months, it's not so bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It just
somebody come out the door 4 months. Oh, not 4 months. All right, you want 20? I'll take 4. It's not a bad thing anymore.
Yeah, I just think that I don't think too many people put a stamp on looking at the fact that you have to get that added into your life. Most people just go about their life not even worried about their health, and you got to go through life every day worrying about I got to survive.
Got any gas? Like this is a gas station. It's insulin. And insulin costs money. It costs a couple $1,000 a month to have diabetes.
Damn.
Right. Also, I've never been in a position to be able to not have enough money to buy my medicine. I haven't been, since I've been 15 and my mom died, I always had to have enough money to buy my insulin. Like, you can't be broke when you're diabetic.
Well, how long you had it?
15.
Oh.
Before you die. And anywhere I'm at in the world, I gotta make sure I got someplace.
Damn.
But it's not that hard. Look good. See, I'm a full beard nigga now.
You're a Florida nigga now. That's what it is. Florida swag.
This is another episode of Chopping It Up, American New Network. Dame Dash, Johnson Garcon, Greg G. Tune in, subscribe to the YouTube page, download American New Network, share, tell everyone about it. We out.